Here we are in central Turley, Oklahoma, home of the Turley Convention Center, which is home to White Ape Studios. White Ape Studios, the musical home of the Sasstones. The Sasstones are quickly gaining notoriety as Turley's favorite band. The band forming the way that it did, which is that all of us at work ran into each other and recognized each other's talents and abilities and started playing together in order to entertain at company parties. From there, it actually became a real band, actually doing gigs where you make money and people who don't know you are in the audience.
The Sasstones is like an oasis that allows me to get away from the normal grind.
The Sasstones is where I can enjoy music the way I was meant to enjoy it.
What do I like about the Sasstones? It's a neat band full of people who were friends first and then became a band after that fact.
We have a great time. It's a real good rock and roll band that I love to play in with great musicians. I play with Eric Kerr, he's the bass player.
I can lock in very easily with Eric. He's also very tasteful in his playing. I think we all have a like-minded taste in music.
That bass player, Mr. Eric, my dear friend. Eric and I have been through a lot together.
Eric adds all this other jazz improv and just amazing bass, I call it bass lead.
And you know, baby, I would lie for you and I would die for you. And you know, baby, I would lie for you and I would die for you. And just to look into your eyes, and just to hold you and hear your lies, and just so I could learn to fly so high, so high.
Well, I guess I have this thing about attracting or being fortunate enough to work with musicians that are like-minded, you know, can't get it out of their system any more than I can.
Brad, our drummer, is a great guy to play with. As a bass player, you've got to be like this with your drummer. He designed our Sasstones hippie logo in one evening with a flare pen.
My drummer built his own drum set. Whose drummer does that? And it's the coolest set of drums, and the guy's just smooth and always in perfect timing, which lets me play guitar how I like to play guitar.
Some people at work said, hey, you know, you should talk to this fellow Jim because he plays guitar. I like playing with him. He has neat ideas. He's a funny guy. And that's something that I think is really important to have a good chemistry in a band, is that everybody has a good sense of humor.
Jim Lawrence, lefty guitar player, he's tasteful in his playing. He's not flamboyant. He doesn't play more than he needs to.
I think he's adorable, the Jimmy. The way he just wants to get his sounds out there. He wants to let the world hear him. It's inspiring.
The Sasstones Tech Van has just crossed over 238,000 miles. We take that as a symbol of she's not getting old, she's getting good. Sure, there's a little rust and patches here. Sure, there's a little chip on the hood. Sure, the power antenna doesn't work. Sure, the door handles are broken off. Sure, you can't unlock the side doors, but you know what? I wouldn't trade her for anything except about $2,000 or another vehicle of comparable shape, size, and quality.
But our band's claim to fame is we only play huge venues. We play the BOK, we played Rib Fest right on 3rd Street. We played the Tulsa Ballroom a couple times. We don't mind playing clubs. We'll go to a club, okay, because they have alcohol. And this is a cigarette, by the way. I used to smoke rollies at work. Everybody thought I was bombing. Just smoking joints at work. They thought this guy is a son of a bitch. He doesn't even care anymore.
We had hired Elena to be one of our technicians where I work, I was going down to our shop one day and I heard this song playing, but I heard this beautiful different vocal to it. I had never heard this song sung by a female vocalist. So I was going to come in there and ask her what we were listening to, and as I opened the door, it was Elena singing. And she kind of stopped the music and looked at me. I said, "You're in a band." She said, "Excuse me?" I said, "You are in a band." She said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Yes, you are now. You're in the Sasstones. You're officially in the band."
I was always just a guitar player and somewhat of a background singer, and then to have somebody like Elena come in and sing, and with Eric too, and they're hitting it, it's it's great singing, and it's helped me quite a bit.
We can be on the same plane musically. Her maturity is surprising for her age.
Elena befriends the audience, and that's something that I've seen the very best singers that there are. That's what they do. They come out on stage and they just have a natural way that they carry themselves. I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it myself, this young woman walk out there and just literally capture a room full of people.
Being at the early rehearsals, I was really shy. I didn't know what my talent really was or like how much I could really do this. Being able to learn that gift and share it with others makes me feel very grateful.
So I moved out to Tulsa, which was a little bit of a culture shock for me because Oklahoma's a very different place to live.
In Tulsa, you have to play your butt off to survive unless you really get lucky and strike it rich with somebody or leave town or something. But if you're going to work in this town, you're playing almost every night.
Tulsa is a beautiful island metropolis in the Midwest. Washington Irving came through with an expedition that was charting some of the territory that had been absorbed with the Louisiana Purchase. His prophetic statement was that a great city will be built on this place. You could almost consider this as the last green spot before you head out into the vast prairie.
From where we started, it's been a phenomenal journey. We play in front of people, which is miraculous to me. Now, I know all of the gentlemen have been in front of people before, but for me to be a lead on something is a new thought to me. And I'm still processing that, really.
I'm glad I picked this as my endeavor, because if you're a football player, you can't play football after you're 40. But a musician, you can pretty much play until your hands fall off, and then you keep singing. But we take those songs and we look at it with a new look, and it's one of the funnest bands I've ever played in.
We're an older band as far as our mean age goes, but we're young folks at heart, and that's pretty much what defines this group, is a bunch of older adults acting like children.
Well, I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma.
It's easy to become jaded playing music. I'd already bought a drum machine, I was playing all the parts, I was recording. I was like, I'm done with musicians,
Being attacked by mosquitoes. Cut. We've got to go wash our arms with water now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is terrible.
Let's go in the house.